Hello everyone. In this video we are going to graph inequalities, a system of inequalities on one graph, and we're going to do it using the TI-84, and specifically not just the TI-84. I'm going to show you how to use the Inequalz app on the TI-84, and we'll just go through everything that you need to know on how to turn it on. So if you reset your calculator, you notice, or you turn on your calculator, you notice that the y equals will just be that, just y equals. So to turn on the Inequalz app, you press apps right here, and there is 7, there's Inequalz. So I'm just going to press 7, and the Inequalz app opens up. Once this opens up, you could press any key to continue. Well, I'm going to press y equals, and once we go back to y equals, everything looks the same, but do you see on the top here, there's an x equals, and you can actually graph x equals instead of y equals. But in this video, we're not graphing x equals, we're just graphing the y equals. All right, and matter of fact, we are going to change it to an inequality that we need as far as the graphing question goes. So let's go see exactly what they want us to graph. So I'm going to put this a little bit bigger so you could see. This is 6x plus 8y is less than 32. So I'm going to just go ahead and solve it. Remember, you have to have it in like a y equals mx plus b format to put it into the y equals screen on the calculator. So if we have to get the y alone, we are going to subtract the x on both sides. Once you subtract the 6x on both sides, this cancels, and you bring down the 8y exactly where it is, and you bring down the inequality sign, which is a less than. I'm going to put the negative 6x first and the plus 32 second. Then at this point in the last step is to divide by 8 on both sides. And since you're dividing by a positive, you do not have to flip the inequality. It becomes y is less than negative 6 over 8. If you want to, you could go to your calculator, clear it out, and press alpha x. You get negative 6 over 8. If you put that directly in and you press enter, it'll reduce it for you, which is really nice to have in this calculator. So it is negative 3 over 4. And don't forget the x that's next to it. This is negative 6 divided by 8 is negative 3 over 4. And you put that x next to it. Now the next thing that you have to divide, remember you're dividing this first. And then you're going to divide the 32 divided by 8. So you're just going to put that in the calculator just to make sure that you're getting that correct. So 32 divided by 8 is 4. And we are ready to go. So let's see if we can graph that using the TI-84. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. We'll clear it out. We'll press y equals. Remember, the Inequalz app is on. So the way you use the Inequalz app, this is the less than symbol. You have to go to the left. And it kind of blinks, that rectangle blinks on the whole y1 equals. So I'm going to, once that's blinking, you press enter. And you notice another box comes up. You go down, you press down once, and you're at the equals. So if you press to the right, there's your less than. If you press to the right twice, there's a less than and equal to. If you press to the right 3 times, you have a greater than. And you press to the right 4 times, you have a greater than or equal to. If you go back to the 5th time, it's the equal sign. And then I'm going to go back one more time because I need the less than, and that's the less than. Once you have what you need, you press enter. once and it goes down to OK, and you press enter twice and it goes back to the y is equals screen. And in this case, it will be y is less than screen. So I'm going to press to the right twice, and I'm going to input my fraction in. It's -3 over 4 x plus 4. And notice that it says now y is less than -3 over 4x plus 4. Once I press graph, you could see exactly what you have. You have a screen that is now showing you what the graph looks like, the inequality graph. And what's better than doing this the old-fashioned way without the Inequalz app is that the screen here, the calculator tells you that it's a dotted dashed line. It's a dashed line, right? Because of the less than symbol. So I'm going to go to second function graph, and I'm going to go, obviously I can't graph in the 20s, so I'm going to go all the way up to -10. And you see this, -10, 23 over 2. I am not going to graph that because it's a fraction, so I'm going to just start at -8, 10. Now notice that I have -8, 10 here. And that's what I'm graphing because I could fit it on a 10 by 10 graph. -8 is to the left, and then 10 up, you put a nice big point there. Then I'm going to go down to -6, 17 over 2. I'm not going to graph that. -4, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 up, which is right here. Then I'm going to go to 0, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Now you notice that these points are in a nice pattern. The pattern is, now think about it, this slope is -3 over 4, so it's down 3 to the right 4, down 3 to the right 4, 1, 2, 3 to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, put a nice point there, and you go down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's basically all you could fit. And just to bring the calculator up again and to see exactly the line that I'm supposed to draw, it's looking the same. All right, so remember, it is a dashed and dotted line, just like that. Remember to put arrows on the ends of the line. Make sure it has arrows. And then also make sure that you are labeling the actual line. This is y is less than -3x plus 4. So now, less than, if you put your hand on that line, if you put it on your line, on that line, less than is below the line. Anything above the line is greater than. Anything below the line is less than. So I know without looking at the calculator that I'm supposed to shade below the line. And you could see that the calculator shades in this area that is below the line. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shade below the line just like this. Typically, this is the way I shade. I just try to make them as straight as possible. The shading. Don't scribble, because remember, this is a system, and a system of equations needs to have a double shaded area that is something that stands out as the double shaded area. We only graphed one line, so there's no double shaded area right now, but let's go ahead and see what we could do with this second inequality. Remember, you have to solve for y. So I'm going to add the 4x on both sides. And I am going to cancel out the 4x, negative 4x and a positive 4x. And I'm bringing down the 6y, the inequality sign, and the 4x plus 24. Now you could just divide by 6 on both sides. Remember, use your calculator if you need to reduce the fraction. It's 4 over 6 right now, but I'm going to leave it 4 over 6, and if you need to use your calculator, put 4 over 6 in, press enter, it'll give you 2 over 3. And that is the slope. It's x. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So now I grab my calculator one more time. Remember, the Inequalz app is active, so we're going to press y equals, and there it is. So we're going to go down to y2. We're going to highlight the y2 by pressing left, and then we're going to press enter. And once that comes up, we need a less than symbol, another less than symbol. So I'm going to press to the right once, and there's your less than. And then I'm going to press enter twice, and we are going to have a less than symbol. So now I'm going to press alpha x, put 2 over 3 in as the fraction, x plus 4. Now I'm going to press graph. I see the blue line and there's the red. They both have dotted lines. So I know I'm graphing what is like that red line now on my graph, on my coordinate grid. I'm going to press second function graph. And as soon as I see this negative 10, negative 8 over 3, I'm not graphing it. I'm going to go down to negative 9, negative 9, negative 2. And I'm going to go negative 9, negative 2 is right here. I'm going to go down a little bit more to negative 6, 0. Negative 6. Negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6, 0 is right there. Then I'm going to go down to, skipping all the fractions, negative 3, 2. Right up here. And 0, 4, the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that the slope is 2, rise of 2, a run of 3. Rise of 2, run of 3. Rise of 2, run of 3. And then one more time, a rise of 2, run of 3. Let me go back to the calculator for a second just to look at the graph. It is a dashed dotted line with shading below because it's less than. So I'm going to grab a dotted line and grab a ruler, connect all those points. And I am going to shade below the line. Now, when I shade below, you notice that I am going right from the line that I need to go from, and I'm shading below until I run out of graph space. I just continue shading down because it's less than. Now I'm going to put over here y is less than 2 over 3 x plus 4. You can even move it a little bit closer to that line. And now we know what line is what and which one Like anybody could look at the graph and tell what you graphed. Look at my double shaded area. It really looks, it's a pronounced double shaded area. So that means now you can just go ahead and you could draw a giant S in the double shaded area. So I'm going to draw an S like that. All right, I know it's turned a little bit, but it takes up the entire area that is double shaded. Now it says identify 3 coordinates that satisfy. 3 coordinates that satisfy the system. So that means any point that is in the double shaded area satisfies the system. If you pick a point that is on one of the lines, even if it's in the double shaded area, say like -3, +2, that will not work, because the dotted line says, or the dotted line means, that every point on that dotted line does not satisfy the system. All right, so let's go ahead and pick some points. The easiest point that I know of that could work is 0, 0. That is my first point. So I am going to put 0, 0. Another point, make it easy, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So right here, so 0, sticking with 0, -5 is in the double shaded area. And then you could say 1, 1. In the double shaded area, anything that is in the double shaded area works. All right, in the double shaded area, this is 0, 0. That counts, that works. It works for both inequalities. 0, -5. And 1, 1 is right here. You notice that all points in the double shaded area satisfy the solution of this inequality system. All right, and that's basically it. So I just wanted to show you one other thing. Once you have the Inequalz app open, you can shut it down a couple of different ways. You could go to apps, and you could see, you go to 7 again. It's going to ask you if you want to quit the Inequalz app. You could also press continue. You could also, on this Y equals screen, see how it says quit app? You could go up to the X and go all the way over. It's going to take you as a shortcut to this screen, the same screen. You could press 2. And once you press 2, it'll go back to the main screen, and you can see that the Y equals, your equations are still there, but they're equations, they're not inequalities anymore. All right, and that's basically it. Wanted to show you the Inequalz app just so you can have a step-by-step to go through it. Remember, pressing apps, it should be there. If it's not there, then you have to update your operating system, or not the operating system. You have to download the Inequalz app and then just put it on your calculator, and that will kind of help out. Because if the Inequalz app is not there, there are other ways to do it, but this is kind of like the best way, where it shows you the dotted line pretty, clear, and it's just much better that you have all of that in your calculator to help you out during a test or anything like that. All right, and that's it. So you press 7. You have the Inequalz app open. You press any key. I like to press Y equals. And then you can see that to put the inequality in, all you have to do is just highlight the Y1, press enter, and then go down and press to the right or left. Whatever inequality you need or want, it's there. All right. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.